Don't take it personal. We will soon do another video. This is a real unimportant. Just you can't just say it's good. Sometimes you have to say, look from the perspective. I mean, you have the ability, because some things don't make sense. And just stop, and it will be fine. Women, I'm saying this because I think they need to hear it, not because I'm saying it because of my own will, and I'm not misunderstanding. I'm saying it. I mean, you can say the things is good, but if it seems like it's not gonna function, you have to say that also. You can't just. Hello. Warning. Don't listen to this because you all will react and have an. And for all out there that just want people to not like me, talk them to listen to this because they will like me less. I understand that, and you might become richer longer, and I might survive, I might die. So it doesn't, but that's not the intention either. And we just, don't listen to it. We want to talk about how something that but we, yeah. But if you don't want to listen, it's now it's the complaining have started to be liked. Don't bomb the boats like from the beginning, the Jenny, and I triggered, yeah. Them probably did a bit also, but the intention was this isn't going to make a difference. And then this drug, if they survive and swim, I mean, and they don't test it's the real substance, is it really drug cartels then, if you kill those in the water? And the intention isn't just so they shouldn't be able to talk what they had for kind of intentions. That's what you think. That might not be what it was, because it might not even be the truth. It's just somebody gonna be blaming America for something that might not even be true. And I think all your problems will be solved just if you stop bombing these drug cartels, because it's so easy to go against it. But because I think it's the intention, I believe, is wrong. It feels I kind of I'm not blaming it because he wasn't probably serious, and he was probably he was not even aware of me at that moment. But this, when I tried to be annoyed, I actually got irritated about this worshipping that my penis is too small and I can't interact with a woman and have to have other men having sex with. I made a parody, and then they started to bomb Iran, and what I'm gonna feel, how it feels then to have terrorists after me. I mean, that's kind of where I really actually that didn't make sense, and if it was true or not true either, that's so confusing. Was it or wasn't it true either? It's like with all this, that doesn't seem like there is gonna be anything that's gonna be solved either with all. But that's not that's fake. I mean, and if it's pretending, isn't he doing them fake news then? But that might be pretending also when he says fake news. That's just fake when he do that. So, I oh fuck you. Yeah, that might be the doctor's technique, or it might be my supervisors. That's yeah. I admire them. I don't know what their intentions are. Are their intentions to just believe I'm gonna be stupid and kill me? Enjoy me being annoying until you have killed me, my helping supervisors. But I don't have anything with them to do. And if they're not, then they're gonna help me. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't believe in a lot of things, but a lot of things doesn't make sense. Like sitting here and become like swollen like this, and that's gonna make you into Hollywood. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry. It wasn't. I have taken agitation on the medication. I'm sorry. I'm irritated sometimes. Yeah, enjoy this complaining. Don't listen to it because this is unimportant nonsense. That more important is stop this. It's just not. Don't do it, and nobody will question it. And because it was questionable if it's true the first moment it was done, if the reason behind it, which seems like, just stop it and put me in, make me a president, because there, especially after this movie, it will be really easy also for this tactic of constantly somebody that have been dying for decades visiting a specific country, but we don't want to offend them either, and the public think about how it looks from that perspective. So continue suffering, because you can become very strong with heroin supplements that you go and buy yourself from to die from just criminals, because then it's with just, I mean, oh, but I think you should be very glad that this knowledge that actually is doesn't seem very, have somebody that is this, yeah, you don't understand how much you would have succeeded if it wasn't with me. I wish you annoying listening to, just to not make sure any second would be too much liked compared to the rest. But that's what they want for pretending that you shouldn't like me. So just pretend that you don't like me then, because I'm the most likable person in the world because I'm very nice, and I'm very annoyed about fake drama that is just with people that, yeah, keep things to themselves and considering it intelligent. I considering it not telling people things so they haven't heard it. That's not saying stuffs to people. That's not intelligent. That's just not talking. Yep. You don't want to offend yourself into election just because you think you have any life experience, because you don't even have any. I don't even have any education. I can make no difference. I might be all out. I mean, we have seen we have the ET stone. We have the, yeah. This can be appreciated, like a wow sensation. But why ain't it? It's just I should be sensationable. Find like a similar to the Allspark. Oh, okay. Be a little happy. Be a little. What is this? I mean, it can, if you want to make a sensation and have attention, you have the opportunity. But I mean, yeah, but okay, I haven't even moved to America. Nothing to. Ja, nej men fuck that America made a movie about Allspark, the Arkenstone. And we have actually, maybe it wasn't the plan to, yeah. The penis was a little larger. Be happy. Be yeah. Appreciate it was a challenge that I just didn't just trust. Be grateful. It's an opportunity that somebody always been a trusted person actually wasn't trusted. Don't be a victim. Be American. Be the greater. Appreciate somebody that doesn't have the ability of attracting women. I mean, imagine what I could do with the money if you relate it to what I can't do with the piss from women. Oh. Hey, it's the 5 here. Yeah, at Walmart or something, or some other. Yeah, I wore this T-shirt when I arrived in USA, and I was not traveling to USA because we thought they shot our prime minister. I didn't knew that. That was when I came back, and they were aware when I arrived there, and I wore this because I'm interested in pyramids and I'm really into stuffs, and I wear a pharaoh hoodie, I guess, also together with my then girlfriend, and yeah, I found that out after I was there. So none of my business was because I had troubles with Hells Angels and been yeah, helped and stuff. It didn't comply much with the reality because yeah, I guess a lot of people because I'm not very normally afraid of stuffs like normal people, and I think people haven't been really sure about what's true and not true, and what you can say from how I reacted against yeah, just blinking against Hells Angels when they were threatening basically to kill me, because I was really annoyed just by them dragging me, because that's why I was pissed at them. Because I've never had anything bad against them. So and I mean, being that like in media, and then just go with a girlfriend when I'm moving away from Stockholm and selling my house because I had criminals, never really had any changed, or so for yeah, I don't really know what went wrong really. Actually, it's yeah. I just know I'm not dead, and we're not considering hurting more than yeah. Faith have brought us to have a conflict. It's not anything personal. And to travel like spoiled into media of who is that. Like everybody knew who I was. And then travel to America and like, yeah, go back home earlier and buy like several tickets to different airports far beyond that I went home. And when I went home, did I just faked the flights? Then could be, and spoiled, immediately recognized when I arrived, just to discreetly board a plane and smuggle cocaine. That might be the truth, and I might be lying, but me and Hells Angels, neither of us thinks that was the reason of me going to USA to accuse them by wearing this. For that should have the meaning. I mean, it's not a coconut or anything. It's just that, yeah, I didn't knew about the moon and that it might be American, and that maybe they took it, but that's not. I mean, if somebody you can just excuse me, exactly what does that mean, and not just assume it means something. There's potential. And I mean, if they're that aware of it, and I think maybe, I'm sorry that you had a gun firing at you, Donald. That was not the reason that I was making videos to, and that's not the way you say that people should, yeah, shoot people and stuff. Because when I came home, I said that, yeah, that probably might be the logic reason why they reacted the way they did. So I've said, but that's when I came home, that was probably because the Marine departure. Yeah. I didn't said it to create a mess. I said it because if it would be true, I'm happily to help to change things for the better. Yet I think I can affect people in a lot way, but I am having power of what's really true and not true either. It's just, yeah, but we can't say that. So, I don't know if it's because they don't want me because I'm too nice, or if it's yeah, just because when I'm saying this, I'm gonna be accused for blaming people for stuff. I don't know what's the reason. But that was not a reason of traveling to the USA. If you're gonna prosecute me for being there illegally, I was not. I've been suspecting that, and that if you just, yeah, have to look good and just say, yeah, but we don't believe you because you have been maybe observing, and my blinking just say that I'm guilty, and you just know that. So I don't know. That was not the reason of traveling to USA. I didn't collect any badge, and I just did it because I like Tivolis, and I was in USA when I was a kid and grown up with this fascination. And if it was, and it's my relatives and stuff, it makes sense also that US took it personal, and it makes sense also that I traveled there and have this from me being a kid and visiting United States. They're really famous for their roller coasters, and I've always wanted to do that. So I'm claiming that's, even if you are grown up, you can be very playful. And I'm not gonna, but you have to be that if you want to have boring with women. You can't be boring if you want. You have to be, yeah. I wasn't this. I'm appreciate for all people that have doubted in and said that I can't, because it made me realize how much more I actually had this. And it wouldn't have been possible to get it to this level if I didn't had to meet all this resistance. So I think it's important for you also that you continue, because but it have to be, I need to have a life also. I can't just sit and eat 4 different heroin types just because it's fake and I'm tired and need to use dopamine blockers because the doctors never lie, and that's psychotic to say so because it's not true, it's fake. What's the value of managing so much fake then? Because convincing that planes fall from the sky, if the test isn't fake or real, or what difference does it make? I don't believe in it. It's because you're onto something, and I probably triggered them with this because they are acting like they did and want to stop me from letting the world see that was the way it was, and that I'm gonna get a hook or killed or something, because that's the way they behave. So when they're doing it, I wouldn't say it's. They might not even know when doing it unawareingly, and that's. But it's definitely not a psychosis, because things happened. Even if I was on methadone and LSD from the pharmacy, because my abuse was too much, and that was the reason, or not, because I mean. There are things indicating that it didn't happen for no reason, and what all reason is might not be. But I think it's not important. And to these men that are doing what I say, it's yeah, because I did this Jenny boat, and I mean, if you, and that probably just intrigued them to do it even more, but it's wrong way of yeah. I mean, if this is, the truth is just, if they stop doing it, then it won't function. That's true. But what they're doing, I think, is the wrong way, especially if they have a connection between treating me and fighting Americans with narcotic and like fentanyl and LSD. This test isn't possible, but we have indication of fentanyl on other tests. There's also but this bupropion and stuff are also like fentanyl, and refusing to give the thing I need, and 7 different substances are given step more and more until I have, it was just a hallucination. But that's not going to, you can't, if the medical care was into with our prime minister or not, that's not gonna be corrected, because he is not alive, or he moved to the moon. We don't know more than he was dead in the newspaper and there was a pile of blood. Yeah, I've been there. The blood is like little different in how it behaved, but I mean, it was water with the, yeah, it was like, yeah, blood might be affected different because of magnetism and stuff, and depending on weather and where the light and everything is, and how the wind is, and where, yeah, the moon and everything is positioned and stuff. So but it was not there that it died, and that the medical care made sure of it wouldn't be possible to find out. Yeah, and yeah. But it is like it's some supercomputer or technique, if it's a setup. They want to make a war between them, Sweden and America, because this police that arrived there had this 911 or 611 or something on the registration plate. Or, yeah, where in worst case it was just the police, or I don't know, the medical, or I mean, but you can't dose away with heroin and stuff somebody like me to cure if the healthcare shot, because doctors don't do that. Yeah, but they don't do these drugs either on the pharmacy. But that's not the truth, because it's just sending fake tests. Yeah, why do they do that then? Is it just because you shouldn't be aware of what's going on? I mean, if you end up in another country, or yeah, and into a hospital, and but why have you been taken? Yeah, you call my doctor and just call another. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, those substances is not there because he is not listening, and then I pass away then, because that's gonna help. I mean, if it is, why? Because they can't treat that way. Yeah, he's walking a little bit weird. No shit. It's Lyrica, that's anti-epilepticum. Some people abuse it and die. Yeah. When they're over. And this is not the Hells Angels. And I mean the doctors. Yeah, I think you are not following this and drug abusing. Let's because I know idea of how I'm gonna avoid that you're gonna survive, because I don't know who you are. So we're just gonna put this on post, so it won't be the doctor that I have no idea about who you are. Anja Angelfield and Taylor Joy. Yeah, in some because that seems like there is a connection, and the interaction is like there is a connection also. Yeah. In worst case, they just wanted to kill me when I was in America, because I didn't travel there to kill anyone in this T-shirt and just, hey, take a look at me, I'm here to shoot somebody. And then is it if you did this it doesn't matter if somebody do or say something wrong, and then it's gonna be, and if it's true or not true, it will be that person's fault because he said so. Because you can't commit things in a good trust. You have to. I mean, if somebody say, my neighbor is trying to kill me. Yeah, but he ain't here now. No, but I'm telling the truth. Then you're gonna say, yeah, okay, I'm gonna defend you because he ain't allowed to kill you. So I just go in and shoot him, and then go back and be a hero and say, yeah, now I shot the neighbor. Why? He said he was one. Yeah, but he haven't killed me. I mean, he haven't succeeded. So yeah, but I just wanted to save you. So that's why I killed him. Because what you said, I mean, that makes no sense either. I mean, I'm not physically killing people. I'm just physically trying to stay alive from all the experts that's gonna, I mean, how healthy is it with the psychotic meds? It's not just we wait for a mistake to be made so you can't question where they sue people a lot, because that's not, I'm not that kind of person. My intelligence is far beyond the capability of this nonsense about this treatment that have to be and I mean, if I would be in a good position, a lot of trouble wouldn't be occurring, because I'm considering I'm being connected with spirit and stuff. How we're gonna, I mean, because this ego and like people interacting with like need of confusion, I mean, they are underestimating my potential and constantly yeah, but all this gonna stop just as long as you pretend you accept that your penis is too small, and a woman is gonna to have sex with any man they want and just move to America and live happy ever after. So all the problems will be gone. I mean, do you believe it in your? Does I mean? And when you were here, you were almost killed, and then it turned out to be Russia because it was war, and then we don't even going to care about Russia, and yeah, because yeah, it makes no sense, and bomb some people in drug cartel, because that's going to help you, and yeah, and it might be true or not true, and when you say these things that we are not even doing, you just see yourself and what you deserve. It's not like what is the truth, so people are so afraid of something being wrong. Yeah, okay, but this about this bombing, then, I mean, they don't care if, I mean, it's not like, yeah, he said, oh, kill those people that's swimming there. I mean, I said it, you don't bomb a boat that is still. I tried to stop, and after a while they just, yeah, but we don't have to respect you because you are not in any power. No, that's true. If I would be, and my power is I'm being kind. That's what I'm using, and finding the truth. I mean, if everybody just thinks something is right because they've learned it and it's wrong, it doesn't matter if everybody believes it, it will be wrong. And I mean, everybody is just, yeah, but you just needed, yeah, for what reason? Yeah, for no reason. So when you say things and what you are, it's not needed. Yet I think perhaps that's the idea, that I'm needed to find out something that nobody should be interested in because somebody else wants it. So it's going to be charged with negative emotions, so nobody should see any value in it because other people want it that way. That is probably the reason. But then you, yeah, and I'm not. It's not even yeah. America, I mean, it's the entire system, and I mean, if there are like just gonna pretend to threaten me with 7 different substances on like heroin, and that I've said that, yeah, maybe they have small pupils because they are on substances and making people addicted, because that's what they do. Why do they have to do with me if everything that people gonna do to me doesn't even occur? Because so why should they have me then? That everybody's just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna look at the person until like a, yeah, like a experiment. It's like the doctors, they just abuse their keep enough, they don't understand that they want to possess money and knowledge and be very admired, uh, and like misunderstand, and like, yeah, because if they did, most of those who did it in medical care won't be honest about it, and then they just gonna, yeah, but then they don't know that, so they ain't doing what evil, they just do what's good. And but it seems like to me that medical care did, how according to they've been interacting to me, it's a little too a step longer than what's yeah, I don't, to make some sense without them doing something. And people don't want, they just, because they have some knowledge, and it's in worst case they have this technique, they can push down aircrafts just to get away that they killed, and from other perspective people just gonna believe it's that person doing fault, because I'm just so sure about that he ain't allowed to blink at Hells Angels without yeah, because they are doing similar stuff. They like to give people another state of reality with substances. It's like they could be best friends. They love to treat for pain or for yeah, experience. And I guess, yeah, because behind the scene, I mean, it's not the country, it's yeah, everything is connected. So yeah. No, I mean, I'm not holding grudges. I wasn't there to say that you shot our prime minister. If you took it that way, how was you aware of that? What was the interest? You definitely knew. Yeah. But I like to talk about sex and science, because that's going to change a lot more and be the solution than who shot who 40 years ago, and who is going to look ugly or not ugly today, and just me with no weapons or whatsoever at all. I never ever aimed a weapon or any. Yeah, sometimes when I was an evil teenager, I realized that maybe it was not my ADHD. I didn't knew that, but that substances wasn't bad in that way that they were teaching. But that's the problem. You have to say the truth. You can't learn lies, and then when kids, they are intelligent, they are not stupid, like, because there is no difference when you explain things, like putting a powder and have a negative energy that's gonna make the molecules separate, and the opposite, when you have balance, they go back together, and that you can build. I mean, that's no, I mean, it's like eating food like the first thing you learn when you're a baby. You could leave, but if you'd make it complex, and instead of saying like make some weird names so people should have to learn a new language. I mean, why does yeah, but that doesn't mean that. Why does it an arm? Why can't it be just that name in all educations? Why does it have to be in Latin when you're becoming a medical care, and yeah, all these stuffs? Why can't it just have a yeah? Because you, to get the knowledge to the richest, should have to waste your lifetime so much that you won't be afford to get that to somebody else's generation without dying with no humane pension. That's why it's so complex, because some just make sure my generation is going to survive, because I mean, if you just yeah, made the entire economy system in another way, we wouldn't have these problems. But we won't have problems because some make money from it, and they don't yeah, I mean, why should we, take recommendation from medical care when for substances and if it's gonna be signed, blah blah. And I mean, if you don't, and this people are all, we are human. We're always going to lie. I mean, people just want to possess, and those understanding it are very beautiful people. They're very, yeah. It's harder if you're decent, very empathic, in, but you didn't have to be that if you made things. And this, it's like, who is it that is doing wrong? Because I didn't knew that. So that, but, yeah, but it's war. People are dying. The reason is not entirely obvious. It's everybody is like, yeah, do this and do that, and yeah, but you just. I think it's very good to just forgive and just fuck. I didn't know that. That doesn't mean I have to go and be mean. And I mean, they shouldn't have this super theatric that they have to put in these drugs to make something that was going to become good, successful. They're not. They're taking it too long. So their possession on how. I don't buy that. I think it's shit talk to. Yeah, the system, it's not because it's illegal and people get hurt. It's because those who are very not caring and stuff, or people should have hooks and control of lies to be able that people are printed into their heads that, oh shit, I'm gonna die if I don't do what I'm being told. That's what it's all about. Nothing else. And if you don't listen, then they're gonna chaos. So you were wrong, so you listen. Because you don't understand what happens when you just pour out some LSD and yeah. But then no, angry because I'm alive and yeah. But if you want to, you can say that's sick. It's yeah, but then it's gonna then you killed an entire city and another solar system collapsed if you're confronting those who haven't done anything and just yeah. Yeah, sit there, hold an umbrella. Yeah. Oh, hey, you see what happened? Huh? And then I'd be like, yeah, I saw that. Take your psychotic meds. And I'll be, yeah, I'm dying if I'm do so. Hello, look at those people. I mean, and then I go, okay, and it didn't become any, because everybody was just, I mean, it's like, you can, don't take it, just laugh at it. We're all a lot more powerless than we wish we were, and a lot of people. But I think this, they have the chance if they just stop bombing this drug cartel. We'll see what we can do instead. And I mean, microdosing substances, those are far too dangerous to be produced, even for doctors. They definitely shouldn't use it to make a great success. So whoops, somebody did another that we didn't. I mean, come on. So it won't be our fault that he's dead. No. They just, yeah. They want me to be annoyed, so I just say start my, yeah, because that's what we want. Because, yeah. And then, until then, it's just going to be, yeah, but now I ain't dead. I realize it, so it couldn't be the intention. So, oh, nobody want to talk about sex instead or something? Because that's far more, yeah. But it seems like you're bombing those drug cartels just because you shot our prime minister. I think it's going to get me scared or killed or something, when it's had no potential effect whatsoever about that. And yeah, it's not the real problem. But you are so knowledgeable and have been, so you know all this a lot better than somebody. Who am I? I'm just on LSD, so nobody listened to me. And you ain't aware of, have nothing to do with that. No, maybe you not have something to do with that. And yeah, because America didn't throw a lot of coke and almost got me shot when I was there, and I'm not doing any of that when they try to. But what I believe, but I'm not sure, is that the war is in interest for America, because I was there on questionable reasons, that it's my fault that you can sell bombs. Not you, but Trump and Sweden also, because they are hacking me with this. Otherwise, otherwise what can they do more than be humiliated? Like let me die from their. I'm their. It's they're just continuing telling doctors to come on, raise the dose until he gets psychosis, because that's what it says with this pussy tactic of. Yeah, come on. And if I'm questioning it, then they're gonna show me what happened. Yeah, I've had Hells Angels after me with all of it. But that's just the LSD, probably, most likely, because nobody have done anything. It's just the person that for some reason. Yeah, it's like sitting in, like when you were at small school issues. I mean, it's wrong to go and kill people because I mean, you don't want to blame away, so people should, because people always get, oh, you're trying to kill me. I mean, I heard that since, yeah, since I was trying to protect my mom once, when I thought they were gonna revenge on me. And leave my family alone. When I said mama, 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 but that doesn't mean that. When the medical care didn't drug me with LSD, like all these tests they just send out, so I should guilty accuse them for something that they don't do, because this is fake tests. So I'm just blaming them. But this indicates that it wasn't my parents that drugged me either. So that's not fair. It was the medical care, most likely. Because when I asked about what dose, he just, that I had, like, yeah, change to that. Those are not in a bucket. Those are in press. We call it maps, where the pills is pushed out. That might be the best thing to do. That I don't have anything against him, because that doctor is the most badass doctor I've ever met. First of all, he's living at the 21 Wiener Street, or Bratwurst Street. So he's not being a little pussy going around and saying, yeah, you are afraid and psychotic about stuffs. You had to have torturing meds because you have no idea what planet you're from. Especially with all these fake tests that are sensitive. I mean, it's so stupid. So I have nothing against him. He never claimed me for being like... I actually think he's the most badass doctor I've ever seen, because he had some balls. He was probably in and had the balls to stand for it. That's not so confusing like it is. Yeah, but I think people are really afraid also because my situation is extreme from how we teach on TVs that those who speak, that those are killers. It's never talk about the good or bad intentions. Yeah, it's like I'm a doctor. Don't take your medication just so I didn't kill the Sweden's prime minister and your heart stops and dies because we send some fake tests and it's not LSD because you just blame us. You know that this is fakes. So do I? I don't. Yeah, I'm not angry. I just say I could make a hell of a lot more difference in less than being just somebody that is, yeah. But you're just we're in a situation. You're just gonna be an idiot, and like yeah. But I have ideas that can cure all this. Yeah, but that's not so important. The more important is that you do what you be what's said and what's the best. Yeah, but I can do better than that than just being myself. No, but you have to be an idiot so people believe it. Yeah, but they already do believe, and I can make a good difference. Yeah, but that's not no okay. Trust in that. Yeah, but you don't because it's not trustable. And I'm not talking to all people. There's a lot of people, not only America. There are a lot of Swedish being really acting very strange. Medical care. Some of my friends they still like me. They say that, but you lose a lot. But fuck. Yeah, but we who don't think any bad about you just. Just because nobody will believe if you're gonna get the ability of having a fair chance. So you're just gonna be. It's like yeah, but you will be, but you don't know how it is. Jag orkar inte ens. I don't have the energy to explain to people what they can't understand because they don't teach that in school and yeah. Yeah, but bombing these boats that indicates don't kill people again. That if the boats are still, because people are saying that it. But if you're gonna say yeah, but don't take your amphetamine because it kills people. I'm not gonna listen to you, and I will continue killing people with how much amphetamine I ever want to take, because that's an intentional cause that is made in my brain intentionally to be sitting and complaining. And I'm not angry. I just say, ja, men det här var ju roligt. This was fun to listen to, wasn't it? Stop bombing drug cartels and stop drugging people. Make sure internationally people, I mean, in Sweden, you only are aware of one person in Sweden, and that person is constantly on drugs, living in a normal society, and that person in medical care can't be without drugs. That we have international contact with. So you obviously have the same problem in the United States. So go inside to United States and stop bombing this drug cartel and blame them for the killing of people and start doing it in the medical health care. And maybe stop, I guess there is a lot of shit extraction because you can reuse both oil and energy from human waste and the piss and urine. And the lies about how manufacturing for secret business maybe not be true because the science makes if they are innocent, but they are not because you can see it on the pills. that they have in, yeah, it's mixed in, and it's in several steps. It's not just because that's really smart. So you just mix in, and somebody else is mixing to make you confused, and all of people are just doing a little to some person for help, and nobody tells, because it's really, yeah, it's have to be reliable. So everybody is just gonna put in a microdose of LSD and fentanyl, and then whoopsie-daisy. Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, but now you see it, so don't do that. Don't bomb these fucking drug cartels, because they ain't gonna think that I'm giving those orders. They don't think I went to the USA to claim that you shot our prime minister. And I think you behaved that way because you might did, or might just wanted to, yeah, been aware of that might have occurred, and try to make me lose like my life, and think that I'm not evaluated for a normal life, and because it's money involved, maybe not being a 5, but being, yeah, I'm just gonna observe you and disqualify you in your entire life because I don't want money and stuff. That might also be, but I highly doubt it. Yeah. But I think these women that we're gonna fight against America, because that's gonna solve a lot of problems, because they do really want to look bad. So that makes sense, and you just have no penis and gonna have men. Mainly Harley Davidson, Hells Angels, just jokeable, because agree to pretend it, because that's gonna make you really want to do that, and you just, yeah. Because I'm just, yeah, gonna pretend I'm an idiot, so people will believe when they knew me before that I wasn't an idiot, and all of a sudden I'm just, yeah, I don't understand anything, so now you're gonna trust and believe me, like going around in shitty clothes and just, yeah, because then people gonna believe they don't know me since before, so it will be reliable. I mean, people are aware of what happened. It doesn't need to involve that and if you're gonna fake something, then people are gonna suspect something, because it's not naturally. And when you explain to people how stupid it sounds, they can't take it. But maybe I don't understand, but I know I might not understand, and I'm absolutely sure I'm not understand also. I'm not interested in it. I have far greater hopes and plans for the future than this arguing about people who are brilliant because they know a lot more. And maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't even tried this. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. So? Oh, I just think life sucks because it doesn't mean anything. But I have born with this fantastic fetish of smelling females' paws and producing puppies. And I'm just gonna be treated in hell on unending life, and maybe in 1,000 lifetimes from now I'm never gonna be reborn with this fetish ever again, and I just feel that my potential of smelling woman feet is going to waste, and curing their tampon love, and that I'm gonna have to America shot their prime minister, and the only solution is to be friend with them and just say that's very good, and you didn't do that, and just pretended to do that to please America and be welcome with open arms, because they really want me there, and yeah, just say that, yeah, so come in 5 to America intentionally in front of all, and just die when you're arriving here, because we really want you to, because then you are agreeing to 5 into here, because I'm such a never been fooled ever in my life. So I just think everybody just thinks they're gonna fool me and get irritated because I don't believe them. Yeah, but they don't know everything around them either. So, and all is just, you're an idiot also. Yeah, of course. because nothing is occurring is true either. Yeah. So don't take it personal, because this is not even true. So I mean, the reason for this cock pretending microorganism, that's just because a lot of women would love to fuck me. It's not a necessarily belief. They even know that I'm a fucker on women. He's a motherfucker with the women. And all of a sudden I'm gonna pretend that I can't fuck and my penis don't exist, so people will believe, so I can go into America. But that's not the truth. It's just because some women want me, and it's not fair that life, yeah, but it's just pretending. Yeah, but the reason of the pretending is because of reality that somebody just want to possess, and that should become better because some shot Sweden's prime minister, and they are just gonna pretend things that actually is the true intention for possessing egoism, because if you don't have money, you don't have a value. But that's a misconception. That's just if you have been doing bad things and get used to it, kind of forget about emotions. And then expect when you always be killed, and it was like, and this, yeah, like when you get angry about this micro penis can't fuck a woman pretending for thousand of years, and they don't like to hear this, but laugh about the super conception that is so intelligent, and because they just like to be in fame, and just by throwing shit at somebody that should be really feeling a sexual pleasant of having shit in their face, and just dive into the asshole and simply just enter United States and feel that this is where I want to go, right? I want to dive into an asshole. Kind of because people, that's what people want, because it's money here in this asshole. And when you say like this, being honest and trying to give people a way of understanding, they get offended, and then you are in trouble. And get a sense of humor and laugh at yourself. I'm trying to do it all the time, but people can't see that. This is the funny about being a human, when we realize that maybe we ain't gods, that we actually are humans sometimes, and just, yeah. Because if you're gonna do that, when I'm in America, then what are the reaction gonna be about the micro penis that gonna be for herself, and a lot of male fucking? It's gonna make shot the prime minister to make the world become better and keep doing it that way, because that's wrong. It's gonna motivate it. I mean, you listen to it, you're get offended again, because that's what they want. So they have these problems and moral, because yeah, death penalty, and I mean, yeah, but I might be pretending. So then I'm an asshole to him, because it's just, yeah, but I'm sorry, Donald. Have been an asshole for a long while. I don't considering you being an asshole. I just considering you might not be, yeah, readable enough what's true and not true. I'm not talking to you because I want to destroy you. I talk to you because I want you to feel that maybe this wasn't right, and make you feel that it's not pleasant, continue doing so. Not because I want to hurt you, or just dive into an American, look at the bad prison, because they saved everyone from war, and the American golden age, which basically just is expensive, and it's just yeah. That's the reason why tariffs go up and down, and money isn't a solid state, because you should be able to, the values changes, kind of go into, so you can't count on it. So it can't be calculated in a human brain without some, yeah, knowledge. That's all this different, because money can't be same, and all countries come from the same earth that developed. It's not like all just arrived and have been fighting about from another place that is not officially. And if it's not, then we just, yeah, because we are interacting like we have horns on the head and are, yeah. So if we pretend, and I agree to circumstances, then if I would get into America, could I just, yeah, but I didn't want this, that was pretend. That it's not going to be the case. That's going to be the reality, if you allowed it. Because they didn't want to change this that I was talking about, that it was just something. But the rest of the money, they want to remain rich. They wanted an idiot, and indeed they had a very idiot. And then now we're all having problems being, yeah, not, yeah. But that's correct. Mainly to sit here is to not move, so that becomes something to believe in. That, yeah. I mean, it's obvious if it's not going to gain your own agenda, I'm nothing. Yet to the women, that's just going to be, yeah, but okay, I just have somebody else. Oh. Mm. Yeah, but I also listen to a lot of criticism that don't even happen.